church or who I should pray for or none of that. And I ain't gonna never tell a lie about my thing in the church. You know, if we have a conversation, it's gonna be that. It's a conversation, a dialogue where he gonna tell me what faith has done for him, how I got this far. So you know what I do? I respect that because it got him here. And if that's what happened, that's what happened. And when he asks me questions, I'm gonna tell. And guess what? We ain't gonna pass judgment on neither one, because what worked for me ain't gotta work for him. What worked for him ain't gotta work for me. Me and Roy got two different philosophies on dating. Guess what? We don't knock each other's preferences and priorities or how we go about that. Uh, but that's what we do. We ain't got to, because everybody has free will, free mind, and we respect that. So that's all I'm gonna say. Respect the process, whether it's the shot, whether it's this vote, because I'm tired of seeing posts about, oh, y'all got, see, all y'all who wanted Biden for this, see what you got. Tell me a better option. See, it's cute that you keep, some of y'all don't like Biden. I ain't knocking you, but tell me in your best Nostradamus voice, how picking 45 was a better option. So if you can't tell me that, quit knocking my decision. I'm gonna knock you for something, but I ain't gonna give you a better option. See, I worked for a sheriff one time, and what she said, right? You do owe me a call, right? I she said, don't bring me a problem unless you got a solution. Anybody can sit back and tell me what's wrong all day long. If you don't have a better option, keep it to yourself. Because everybody want to sit back and judge and tell everybody what's wrong. Give me a better option. Give me a better option. If you don't have a better option, because you know some of us waiting. Oh, anybody who done dated, anybody, 100%. And you know it ain't much to apply to everybody, but anybody who has dated has hit they done hit a wall at some point in their dating process, and they had to decide whether they wanted to go over the wall and keep going in a relationship or just knock the wall down and get rid of it. But you got a friend who told you about that person. Oh yeah, I knew they wasn't no good. But you didn't have nobody else for me to date. You didn't know this, you didn't know that. Our relationship gonna hit hurdles. Everything you do in life gonna hit a hurdle. Does that mean people right? Oh, see, I told you, that's why I don't drive a BMW. That's why I don't drive a Cadillac. Hell, that's why I don't even drive. Um, I had a girl apply for a job and she don't drive. The reason she said she don't drive is because she don't want to be in a wreck. But you can be a passenger. She said, well, if I'm the passenger, like it's a like the chance of me dying are less likely. I said, how did you figure that? She said, because I ain't driving. And I'm like, see that kind of mindset, it boggles me. You scared to drive a car, but you don't have no problem being a passenger. So you really put your life in other people's hands, and that's your thought process. I just said okay, because there's no need to try to dispute that or argue with that or none of that. It don't make sense to me. But guess what? I drive, so it ain't gotta make sense to me. It ain't gotta make sense to me because in my world, I've seen people die as passengers. I've seen them die as drivers. I've seen them die as people standing on the curb when an accident happened. But see, ain't no need in trying to sway her mentality. If that's what she believed, and it done work for her for 21 years, because she was 21, and it ain't for me to say. Now, if somebody asks me a question, then I feel free to give my opinion. If somebody bring up a conversation, for me, when you take up something, that means you opening it for conversation, not for judgment, you know. And I'm just using this as an example for y'all start going crazy. Loud like light-skinned, big booty women. Roy like tall women with ethnic accents. D like little women with natural hair. So what? If that's what we like, that's what we like. But when you finna judge each other because we got different preferences, oh man, you don't know what you're missing. You need to do this. You need to do that. That's unless we having fun with it, it's kind of dumb. And after the break, we're gonna get into the show and we're gonna talk about I got two subjects that's been bothering me hard. And I was supposed to do them last week, but I couldn't get around to it because work happened. But we're gonna talk about. I couldn't decide if I wanted to call it police and politics or Christianity and cops, because right now both of them irking me. Both of them irking the shit out of me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back with my host, and there's a specific reason I got 3 men. I'm trying to get one more because the show is actually about him. And I would like to have him here, but if not, we're gonna carry on and do what we do, and go from there. So we're gonna take a quick break from Random Thoughts, and I'll see you in a few seconds and introduce my co-host, and we're gonna jump right on into the subject matter.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
At Hampton Law, our primary goal is to provide non-traditional yet effective solutions and redefine the approach to client legal concerns. As your trusted legal advisor, we believe in sophisticated, personalized services that eliminate the confusion and complexity sometimes associated with legal matters. Our high standard for client care and concern, coupled with our extensive legal knowledge and skills, make Hampton Law a resource focused on the protection of the client's interest and overall goals. We value our clients and truly enjoy working with them. Visit thamptonlaw.com to conveniently schedule an appointment online. Tamika Hampton Esquire, 1631 Rock Springs Road, Suite 336, Apopka, Florida, 407-494-1471. thamptonlaw.com.
It was a monumental game for A&M and Tampa. It was a monumental game. Somebody had to lose, and thank God it was them this time.
We knew it was going to be a battle. Look at Jake Aves' record. 202 and 36, I think, some off-the-wall figures.
And nobody would play him because they didn't want to take a chance of getting beat. But the truth of it is,
over 46,000 tickets. Blacks were sitting in the east stands. Whites were sitting in the west stands. And the score wound up 34-28.
The only thing we proved that we wasn't inferior, that we were not inferior, and we were not afraid.
For one night, for 160 minutes, we was better than them.
Majesty is up.
All right, we back, and yeah, I got my headset on. I want to make sure y'all hear me good.
Go to my page. Sure.
So the first thing I want to talk about, because I got the three men here, and I wanted them to be part of the parenting conversation because we all have kids. Oh, my bad. Let me introduce Mr. 976 himself, Lyle Moore, my co-host extraordinaire. Lyle, say hello to the people.
What's up?
And my other
man, just happy to be here. We're gonna get into some subject. I had this out about a week ago, you know. Yep, Big Roy.
That's what, and my super producer Roy. He's also a parent, so we're gonna do this. What's up, little bro? Roy, holla at him. Tell him what's up.
What it do, folks?
So this is what we here doing. You know, Roy's the man of few words until I get him heated. Then he got lots to say. Right. Then he all over it. But the first thing I want to talk about is this parenting thing. And yeah, this is. Let me give a disclaimer. Robert Stafford is my friend. There's no doubting that. But I got friends who I don't always agree with. But that's not my issue. This first portion of the show is about parenting. Because I looked at some of the hatred that he got on his page from just pure haters and you know, the Christians, because they went after his Christianity first. Because if you don't know Robert Stafford, he does gospel music. That's his niche. His son, Lil Nas X, Montero, does something different. But as a parent, and more specifically as a dad, because I will agree that most of the time a mother's love and a father's love is a little different. A mother's love usually is a little bit more emotional, whereas father's love is a little bit more practical. Um, one of my kids told me that, when they don't feel good and they just need a shoulder to cry on, they going to mom. But when they want to answer to a problem that's stressing them, they coming to me. And so I took that for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it ain't like they can't cry on my shoulder. Their mother was just more sympathetic, because most most fathers tend to want to be problem solvers, whereas most mothers tend to be better listeners. That's just a fact of life. Ain't nothing we can sit here and argue about. No matter how great a listener we are, the majority, not all, let's not get into this whole I'm this, I'm that. The majority of mothers are better listeners for listening's sake. Most men want to fix a problem. We're not good at listening and letting you just cry on our shoulder. Every tear you drop, we trying to figure out how to stop them tears. Well, mothers just accept that. So with that being said, that's just the case, no matter how you are. But it's one something, and I ain't asked these brothers, I just told them what the show was gonna be about. Whether once our kids reach a certain age, their choices are theirs. As a parent, as long as it ain't illegal, as long as it ain't, that's the number one thing. As long as it ain't illegal, we supposed to support them and love them still. It might not be something that we like. It might not be something that we do, but they are grown. They are grown. And it's crazy. You're right. You're right, little bro. He a grown man. And I see people on Robert's page telling him what he ought to be doing. You need to be doing this. He embarrassing you. How? And and the funny part is, I'm gonna let my co-host talk, is everybody talking about what they wouldn't do. And I equate that to broke people talking about what they wouldn't do for money. You're I can't even take your opinion seriously. Oh, I wouldn't sell my soul for money. How did he sell his soul? By making a video. Now, and I did a show, and he came on the show, and I talked about it. It's not my music. I ain't gonna buy. But for me to sit back and say that that last video was not dominantly creative would be me hating. That was a super duper creative video. And to think that he did most of it himself, he came up with that whole idea. Whoo, it's people who would kill to have that kind of creative genius. So he got it. Everybody mad because you taking a video to be real life now. Cause he did a lap dance with the devil, Satan himself. It was still a man in a costume. I'm thinking, if we're gonna compare apples to apples, what's the difference between that video and you letting your kids go trick or treat? It's kind of the same. You let them dress up as ghosts, as witches, as whatever it is they want, but you judging this man who is, damn, he #1 again on the charts. #1. How many of y'all can sit there and look at me and tell me you won't want your kids to be #1 in the world at something? A second time. A second time. Look him up. He got the longest hit. He got the song that was on the Billboard Top 100. He got the record for that with that Old Town Road, which was about, damn, a man cheating. Y'all didn't say nothing. Had your kids singing the song. You don't know the words, but how many people didn't know the hook to the song? We all heard it. But now you jealous of a man and you tell him how he should be as a parent. But as a parent, once our kids turn adults, our job is to support them and love them. It ain't, if they ask questions, we got them, but it ain't our job to keep trying to tell them to do something that we like. Oh, do this. See, that's called trying to live vicariously through your kids, and you won't make them do something. Anybody who ever coached, we see parents try to make their kids be athletes when their kids don't even like athletics. We push them into something because that's what we want. We don't let them be them, but we all holler how great parents we are. We talk to our kids, we let them do this, we let them do that. But then you see the proof in the pudding. And I'm gonna use Lyle. Lyle does hair. What he look like trying to make his sons want to do hair. If that's not their passion, then let them go do whatever they want to do. If they want to be musicians, it ain't Lyle's choice no more. Lyle's job as a father was to get them through musical school, but more importantly, his job was to listen. If his son said, "Dad, I want to be in the band," Lyle's job is to let him get that band experience. Roy's job is to let his kids experience something that they say they want. If they don't like it when they 13, 14, 15, let them do something else. He can say what he think they should do because, kids want to know how to make career choices. So we tell them what we think will be good jobs for the future. But guess what? If they want to be something less than what we think, what do? Nothing. We still love them. We still let them do that. And I'm just I'm sick. I'm sick and tired of this whole judgmental thing. Oh, you're not a good dad. I would never let my son do that. So what you're saying is, for a song, creative genius, you wouldn't want to be a millionaire. You wouldn't want your kids and your grandkids and their kids to be set for life because it disturbs you. But you was listening to WAP. You was listening to other rap songs. If you my age, you was liking Luke and all them songs. Come on, hypocrites. Come on, hypocrites. You know, your kids in jail. Your kids stealing from you. Your kids stealing from the neighbors. And I ask you again, tell me something that Montero did that was illegal. Ain't no scandals. Ain't no baby mama drama. Ain't no criminal record. And I'm going to tell you now, and I'm going to let these two gentlemen speak for themselves in a second. One of the things that most of us actually want and admire is we don't want our sons specifically having kids early. Hell, we don't want our daughters having kids early. Most of us don't want that, but if they get pregnant, we okay with that. We still love them. We just have to react differently. But we don't want them getting pregnant out the gate. Hell, we don't want them talking about having sex, but we know it's gonna happen. We ain't promoting the sex thing, but we are going to be good parents, and that's all you're supposed to do, especially to your adult children. So we're looking around. He smiled a couple times, and he got that right. Like he got something to say. What's up, CB? So Roy, come on and jump in here and tell me something. Now, if y'all can't hear that because y'all on the wrong page, go ahead, Roy. Tell me something.
So clarify a couple of things. When you was doing the description for the thing, I really like big booties too. That's irrelevant.
Oh no, that was just comparative.
I know. I just need to make that clear. But no. So I still have yet to hear the song or actually see the video. Why? Because again, it's not my music, but it's a whole lot of stuff out here that I ain't never seen, heard the actual song to, or listened to the entire video. So I don't know. You know, again, I think you made the best point. Because that's what I tell my kids. Once my daughter, and my daughter who's here in Georgia, when she was here, in college and stuff, she got about her second year in college, and I started hammering her every chance I had with a conversation of, listen, where you are now, this is your life. You need to make all your decisions because they're going to affect you. Stop trying to live for me. Stop trying to live for your mama. Stop trying to live for your grandparents. This is your life. You are the one who has to live with everything that happens from this point forward. Don't nothing that you do impact me 9 times out of 10. You know, unless I decide I want to run for public office and do something, even then, at worst case scenario, I'll be like, my child was grown. My child made a choice. That wasn't my decision. That's what they did. Now, if you mad because I raised my children to be free thinkers, blah, 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 don't vote for me. That'll be my excuse to that. My explanation for that. But, you know, we do have the situation where there's just a lot of people who are going to be judgmental just because that's what they do. You know, I mean, again, would I watch the video? No, yeah, but there's some movies that I don't want to watch because they don't sit right with me for whatever reason. The concept of what I've heard about the video, again, it is not something I'm interested in. But like you said, D, he ain't robbing nobody. He ain't stealing nothing from nobody. He doing all this stuff. He creative. He came up with it. And he is what? Again, number one. Because the last time I heard somebody, that's what they were talking about. Something. When let's see him do it again. Hold on. Ain't that what the other Nas said? You done went platinum one time. How about a couple of more times? Well, they go number 2 coming. So, I mean, look, that's that young man's life. He does what he needs. He does what he has to do. So again, we don't have to agree with it. But we have to stop trying to let our children live for us. You know?
And I don't even think they're being judged. I think they just hate, because who don't want their child to be a success? At the end of the day, who don't want their child to be successful? World renowned. How many? I don't want my child to be world renowned. Come on, really? For a video? And Roy, like I said, it ain't my music. I watched it because I want to see it. from a creative standpoint, nothing but 10s, nothing but 10s. I'm still not gonna buy it, but I didn't buy the first album. It wasn't for me. But can I not what it was? Everywhere you went, you heard that Old Town Road. Everywhere you went, you heard it.
Right.
And until I looked at the lyrics, I didn't even see nothing bad about it. I had to Google the lyrics to see what they was talking about infidelity. Because we looking so hard. We looking so hard. And I told people this, we look so hard. When we find a black who's doing something, the first thing we want to do is break them down. Whether it's real or not, if they doing something good, we want to break them down. You want to go at Robert because his son is doing lap dancing with the devil. His son has come out as gay. So what? Is it bothering you? Is it stopping you from eating? You can't scroll by, you can't turn the channel. Roger said he ain't seen the video. You know why? He got control of that cable. And this one of them things where I get so sick and tired of us always blaming the government or the music industry for pushing stuff on us like we don't have choices. Because I would have swore y'all swore we was kings and queens and running shit. You such a king or queen that you can't turn the channel? You can't turn your own TV off. The government just come in your house, cut your TV on, and make you watch shit, and you can't do nothing about it. For those y'all who feel like that, I got a clue for you. Quit paying that bill. I guarantee if you quit paying the bill, the government won't come in and turn your TV or your radio on. Lyle, what you got? Because I know you got some sons, Lyle. So what you got? What you got on this whole parenting thing?
Man, I got a couple of things, and I looked at it a couple of different ways. Y'all know the world that I am in, doing hair and makeup, and what that world is thought to be for males. Okay, that's just one thing. All right, let's talk about the parenting. I got 2 grown adult sons, right? And both of them are doing great, in their respective fields. One is in law enforcement. One just got a crazy raise from Verizon. Now he'll be a manager of his own store. So yeah, I'm immensely proud of him, right? Okay. Tiny secret that my oldest son, when I guess he was going from high school to college, me and his mother had some challenges, some of my BS, some of my, out and about, and even some of my, what we call it, sobriety issues in the past. So my son used to be around his mom a lot. Now going into college, I was with him, taking the football practice, first day school, all this stuff, right? But my son, at one point, what I just heard from his mother a little while, had some doubts about, his thought process and his, whatever, sexuality or whatever, I think, though, as parents, and we say, it's our job to just get them to a place and let them make whatever decisions they want to make. But I think it's still up to us to guide them. You said in the beginning that our kids come to us for answers, and they do. But do they need or want us to control their life and every decision they make? No. But they do want our decisions. Sometimes they want our approval. Sometimes they don't. My son, like I said, had that thought in his mind, but it never came to fruition. And I like the way Roy said it, and you said it. That's not my music. He didn't give really an opinion about how he felt about the video, whether he agreed with the video, or whatever like that. But he just said, that's not my music. That's not what I'm into. I feel the same way. That's just not what I'm into. Now, am I going to bash it or do some public stuff or call his dad? No. Just like you just said, turn the channel, don't buy the video, don't buy the CD, don't watch the video, boom. You out the game, okay? But to tell another person or another parent what they should be doing with their child, because I got friends, I got a lot of guys I know, I got some guys that I know from working at the back counter who has changed their whole sex. Do I treat them differently? I don't know him no more? Do I, no, because that's who they are. They grown. I don't really care. They respect me. I respect them. It's all good. They know I don't roll in them circles, even though I do the same exact.
Yeah, Lyle, that's Lyle's connection.
All right.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So those are definitely some of my things. Like I say, I got family members, all that I know. But here's the thing. We got another part. You said my question of the day. They said that Nike was trying to sue him. Now they rescinded the suit, but I think they canceled the shoe. Now with me, we're talking about all of this of a marketing campaign for a shoe, okay? The video came with it, and when the video gets deep and the whole same thing, am I in agreement with that? No. But was it more about the selling of the shoe or the message? Some of us get wrapped up into either side of that. But that shoe was the same model of a previous shoe, just a different color, and they had the Star David on it. So was it an ugly shoe? Should it have dropped sales or anything like that with Nike with the $1 million out that they make? And if this kid is doing these things that LeBron and all these other guys are doing with these shoes, why shouldn't he be able to do it?
Well, Nike didn't sue him. Nike sued the company. Nike sued the manufacturer, and they did it for the trademark infringement because they used the logo. Had they took the logo out, then that's all Nike wanted.
The Nike logo?
Yeah, they used the Nike swoosh on it.
But it is a Nike shoe though, right?
No,
that's not how that works. Yeah, that's not how that works. When you have apparel, most people, and this is one of the things that a lot of people don't realize. Like to give an example, I used to have my own line of clothing called Oasis Apparel. Well, at one point, I literally had the same exact jean as the Levi's 501, but we couldn't use any of their stuff. So we had to send our own buttons, our own grommets, all that kind of stuff up there. But it's the same exact thing. That's what Nike does. They use manufacturers who make their stuff. So that means that they have the patterns for it. And that's probably what they saw the patterns like, we like that one. So now they pull it in. And that's what Darren said. They were trying to get the Nike swoosh off of the shoe because that is trademark. That is their logo. That's theirs. Nike.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
and Nike.
But I thought they were making
endorsing the shoe.
Yeah. Right. Well, and if you watch the video in one of his teaser videos, and this is why I said it was marketing genius. He said he was finna talk about Nike, and then the video, then the feed cut and went to the video because it wasn't a Nike endorsed product. Even the whole blood thing, most of it was food. Most of it was food coloring, but the people who made the shoe, all of them put like a drop of blood in or whatever, because they only sold so many shoes, and the shoes were sold out in less than 24 hours. So the marketing campaign was genius. Anybody who wants to argue with that is a piss poor marketer, because all he did, there wasn't even a commercial for this shoe. There wasn't even a commercial, and people knew about this shoe. And the shoe was $1,000-something in marking a Bible verse, and it sold out within 24 hours. And Roy's in the industry. Roy, is there a better marketing campaign where you can sell out 1,000 shoes at $1,000, whatever it was, in less than 24 hours, and not call it genius?
Not really. From a business perspective, yeah, he did exactly what it wanted it to do.
And like I say, he had another manufacturing company, so it was their idea. He pushed it, but hey, and if Robert was going to offer any advice, he should have said, "Hey, did you sign a contract with Nike?" But Nike did, and Nike, I'm gonna give Nike credit because y'all know I'm a Nike fan anyway. But I stopped buying Nike for my own reason. Nike did the right thing. They went after the manufacturer, which is who they should have went after. They didn't go after Lil Nas, because technically he did nothing wrong. Because if I tell Roy I'm gonna rep for somebody and I give him a product, then Roy believing what I'm telling him. And like I said, Roy never made a commercial. He just showed the shoe. I forgot the name of the company, but they did all the marketing through the little video. And we gonna sit there and knock it? You gotta be kidding me. Right? But again, here we are judging. You don't have to like it, but when we look at society today as a whole, well, what's wrong with us? He pushing the devil. He ain't pushing nothing, because everybody had the option to leave. Everybody had the option to turn the TV. I ain't watched a soap opera in 20, 30 years. Because you know why? I don't want to. I don't have to. When it come on, I either remove myself or I cut my TV off. Some people don't watch the news. We realistically, most of us have options. Ain't nobody making us do nothing. The people that's watching this show right now, they chose to watch this show. This ain't none of that the Twilight Zone where we coming in and we taking over your Facebook feed and we're gonna make you run this because if we can figure out how to do that, damn it, we sure would. I need to get 1,500 viewers for one show. But yeah, but come on,
Do a video.
He did that, and bam. And that's one of them times where all press is good press. Because I don't believe all press is good press, but that time it was.
Right.
Because it got something accomplished. The fact that these gentlemen ain't seen the video, but they knew about it. Like I said, I watched it. You know, just because of what I do, people ask me to, and Robert didn't ask me, but people ask me to watch stuff. People are always sending me music. I'm sure people send Roy music. Hey man, let's just hear what you think. And you know, you think to yourself, this garbage, but you know, you can't say that because they tell you, oh man, my son gonna be the next this, and yeah, your son gonna be working at Checker, shout it. But hey, I'm gonna let you have that. And we probably say this, we probably got the same stock phrase, but it ain't my kind of music, so you might want to let somebody else listen to it. That's how we're saying we think it's garbage. It's not all that. We don't get it. So we're gonna give you a political, because we ain't trying to get into no fight with nobody telling us how we don't understand this, and you just don't
tell me this, B.
What's up? Yeah. I need you to get Xfinity.
Lie, you froze up, so if you said something, we didn't hear nothing you just said.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I wasn't speaking.
Oh, you said
I said one thing and it caught me late, but no, because I'm watching the green when I'm speaking, so it says I'm on. But I say that you watched the video, right?
Yeah.
And you say that may not be your music, you know, and when we put things out, we are a little bit responsible for the viewers and for the viewership because it's what we're trying to deliver. We can't throw it out there and say hands off, whoever watches, whoever likes it, whoever don't, whatever, because we want people to like it. So what we're putting out, watching that whole video, me being Christian, yeah, but I'm not judgmental. But that had a lot of crazy innuendos, and I know what you said, lap dancing with the devil and things like that. Is that anything that I would, I don't know, be in favor of or whatever like that? But I'm all about making the music and not being acceptable, making the music, making good music, making it relatable. There is a lane for everybody because everybody has a lane, so that's okay. But then trying to get out to the general public and